Hi, this beautiful place where I'm standing is really close to Jerusalem, something like 15 minutes. It is part of the orchards of Kibbutz Suba, where I started my way and where I was born. So it is a great opportunity to talk about progress, about what has changed since my father started his way some 60 years ago at the north of Israel as a fruit grower, and then almost 40 years, 35 years later, I started my way, and then now the next generation. So what has changed in agriculture? And let's focus about pest control. And I will start by asking you a question. How much time do you think is the life span of a product in agriculture, of pest control product in agriculture? How much time? 1 year? Maybe 2 years? 3 years? 5 years? 10 years? 12 years? 15 years? How much time do you think? Think. Okay, now here is the number. It is 37 years. Yep. Almost 40 years. Now, if this is not enough, just think about that. It takes over 20 years to develop a new solution, a new product. That means that actually those products we're talking about, the development started more like 60 years ago, maybe even 70 years ago. Okay. Now, let's compare it to other things in our lives. For example, communication. Think of yourself today. Use the same products, the same communication that you used 40 or 60 years ago. Think of yourself using the same transportation that you used 60 years ago or 40 years ago. The same irrigation, the same fertigation, the same varieties. Everything is the same. Well, you don't even understand how is it possible. But when it comes to pest control, that's exactly what happens. We are using today, when I got into pest control, that was in '88, I was using the same products that my father used when he got into pest control, which is in the 40s, in the 50s, okay? So the same products. In the 40s, some of them survived to the 80s. And some of them, believe it or not, survive until today. Unbelievable. Well, first, it means that things are wrong in pest control. Because when you have advanced technology, you're moving fast and you can see things improve fast. But we are stuck. And some people believe that, well, it is simply so great. This is why we are stuck. Well, think of that. When I got to start working here in those orchards in '88, the average number of spraying for pest only of apples in those orchards, I know that behind me is vines, was 43 times a year. 43. only pesticides. Well, I can tell you, results were not that good. Today, in the same orchards, they spray between 3 to maybe 8 times. So about 90% less. And results, not only that they are better, definitely not less good, but the quality of the fruit is way better. Way better. So that means that pest control today is terrible. The repeated spraying, the poisonous spraying, the same things that we were told by the experts, well, this is the best. Nothing can compare to it. Well, it happens that it can. And in those same orchards where I used to spray once and even twice a week for fruit flies, today they don't spray for fruit flies. Isn't that great? And everything is great. Actually, even better. So, we should ask ourselves why we are stuck for so many years with those chemicals. Terrible chemicals that are killing us, the environment, and stop the improvement in agriculture and pest control. You can give several answers, and I will say that it is the extremely high cost of development of a new solution, and the long period, which it takes like 20, 30 years for a new development, and also regulation that is so terrible. So let me just say shortly that regulation should be terrible for those terrible spraying. Everything that we spray and gets into the environment through sprayers or through the irrigation. But definitely, if we want to encourage new advanced technologies that are good for us, for the people, we should say that if something does not come in contact with the environment, if something is safe for humans, again, because it doesn't come in contact, then yes. And for example, this is very easy to say about pheromones, about smells, about traps. Very easy. No one, as far as I know, ever died from a trap or from using a pheromone. Those little things. Again, not spraying. So this is one thing. And as to how Biofeed chose to tackle that issue, I will speak later. So bye-bye.